COFEE A CUP Uganda, a cooperative society, is a group of organized community farmers from the slopes of Mt.Eglon that grows Arabica coffee. It was started in 2007 in Bududa, but it's now covering other districts of Manafwa, Mbale, Sironko and Kapchorwa in eastern Uganda. The organization has specialized in growing and buying quality Arabica coffee as their key priority. Matthias Nabutele, chairperson and founder of COFEE A CUP, says buyers are interested in buying quality and they are doing that through having codes, certification, fair trade, and they are identified on the global market. Nabutele revealed that they are addressing issues of environmental concern, improving household incomes in communities.
We paid the best price of coffee at farm gate at 4,000 shillings in 2009, and we're hoping to pay more in 2010. The reason is because of our quality coffee and the commitment by the producers that address a little bit of more value. And one of the things we do is that at harvest level, we have traceability. We have the name of the producer, we have the altitude of the producer, we have the members of the family, we have the production procedures, like harvesting the coffee on the same day, hulling it or pulping it on the same day, fermenting it for at least 24 hours, washing it with clean and fresh water, drying it on raised stands of about 3 to 4 feet from the ground, drying the coffee and monitoring it, not just pouring it out there, sorting it out from day one of washing so that you don't dry mixed with the coffee shells, and also storing it in size of bags, but also raised from the ground, as you'll see them in most illustrations that we've done.
He noted some of the processes have been affected by middlemen who buy coffee regardless of the quality. COFEE A CUP is also addressing the issues of soil management, whereby bad coffee odor is a result of soils that have lost value.
We are training our farmers to improve and adopt the new technologies of quickening the waste decomposition by applying things like and several other technologies that you see in the video later. Those help on improving quality not only at home but also in the garden. And by doing that at the garden, you're also addressing other sustainable issues like shedding the coffee. If the coffee is shed, then there is a lot of mitigation and regulation of the rain, of the sunshine, and several other things. We are meant to know by scientists that most of these insects come to your gardens based on the color of the leaves. So if you have leaves that are not healthy, you're going to really call for so many insects to come into your garden. So what you need to do is to improve the soil, and really we are encouraging very zero tillage. You can only slash your coffee gardens than digging all the time, because you're killing certain natural processes.
COFEE A CUP has brought experts to train coffee farmers in the region on how to make quick manure out of waste products that ferment in 30 days. As in the video, the expert is to explain the components and how it's used efficient microorganism.
What we have just prepared here is called efficient microorganism or effective microorganism. The material we have used include plant debris from the forest. That one that is just close to the soil and is rotting. We have added there molasses. We have also added there water and maize and rice bran. We have mixed all this together to make sure that we give enough food for the microorganism that we got from the forest. These microorganisms will feed on the molasses, will eat the maize bran to increase or to multiply in large number. And from here, from the preparation, we have stored our mixture which we call or efficient or EM, efficient microorganism, in that small container. But in that small container, when you're adding there, you must make sure that you squeeze or you press the mixture to exclude air, because we don't want air to be inside the container. So we keep that for 30 days, and then it can be used in preparation of or in activating efficient microorganism. After 30 days, you collect you get 4 kilos from the container, and then you put it in. Can you give me that, please? In the sack, this sack, we have here 4 kilos of the prepared microorganism, efficient microorganism. You put it in a sack, this cadea, because it is perforated, and you have to have another container of 100 liters. In that container, you put 4 liters of molasses and 100 liters of water. You mix very well to dissolve the molasses, and then you tie here on this on the top, and then you press it in the solution of molasses, and it has to be there for 14 days, 2 weeks. Then the solution that you have in that process, that is the process we call activating microorganisms, activating efficient microorganisms. So the solution you will get is what we call activated soil microorganism, activated efficient microorganism. We use it to prepare different types of fertilizers, organic fertilizers, like bokachi, which is known as fermented solid, organic solid fertilizer, or bioferment, which is also called fermented liquid fertilizer. So these fertilizers will be applied on different, farmers will apply them on different crops to improve soil fertility, improve on productivity and quality of their produce.
We only have pineapples and apple bananas, bogoya. So this is a standalone garden, and it is very prosperous because of this new technology of bokachi that we have applied. Really, the malnutrition looks the face of the garden. See, this one is very healthy garden. You can see even these weeds have eliminated themselves. Once there is a lot of nutrition in the soil, the weeds can't stand it. They will just disappear by themselves.
Nabutele says experts also training farmers how to make solution for pesticides for spraying out of the local materials. He noted these solutions are cheap, have less chemicals composition compared to the ones sold in the common market.
We've told them even to do some of these solutions, some of this minimum, some of these solutions we do even buy from shops have very high chemicals, but we have come up with solutions that have low chemical usage, and therefore they have very little trace at the laboratory level. So when you are capping, for instance, coffee or other things, and so those technologies like sulfuric acid is something that we actually designed to help farmers get it cheaply, but also fight leaf rust from the coffee.
These pesticides can be sprayed to all types of crops other than coffee, like bananas, beans, maize, cabbage, onions, tomatoes, and they can be kept for over a year. Other solutions made out of onions, red pepper, and other leaves. The materials used for making these solutions include molasses and water. The components are cut into small pieces, pounded and put in the big container to ferment.
The farmers who are adapting are really happy because their yields have improved, and also they can see that with the time their gardens are not going to be affected and that the soil is going to improve. The farmers, of course, need some of these inputs, and as a cooperative, we are looking at getting in touch with partners who can help us secure some of these things at subsidized rates so that the farmers can have them. I'm telling you, they should double or by 4 their output. I saw it personally in Latin America. I was in Peru. That's where we took the training. But in 2010, the London European Specialty Coffee was in England, and they said some of the best coffees came from Peru, and that's because of the improved soil nutrition.
COFEE A CUP has also started a campaign of cutting unwanted coffee trees that are shading leaves, affected by coffee leaf rust, and that most farmers have registered to embrace the idea.
We have a department of agronomy and extension service, and this season we are moving into overall cutting down of some of these unwanted species in the gardens. Some members have registered. We agree with the farmer, and I tell him on day so and so we'll come to your garden and physically do the job, and that's what we are doing. And we hope with the time we are going to turn upside down the whole coffee sector by really addressing production as one of our first steps. And then once the production increases, then we both production and quality will match together, and then we will guarantee some of these tenders. We have a lot of people interested in this coffee, but you know, you can sign a contract of 100 tons and don't raise it. That's bad to those consumers. What we want is we address both quantity but also quality. So we meet challenges of food security. People don't have alternative incomes. So if somebody only sits to wait for coffee twice a year, really it is a big problem. But really farmers need to come up with diversified kind of projects. I mean, you can have some small other income generating activities, and that's what we are addressing. We are looking at things like Prunus africana. Prunus africana is a very, very wonder tree, and there are so many institutions that would love to buy it. It's a medicinal plant, and I'm sure we can get clearance from World Health Organization to trade in this. So what we are looking at is trying to really bring the seedlings for Prunus africana, and we get clearance from World Health Organization. The farmers can earn a lot of money from this because it's a medicinal plant. It's highly required, but you just need to regulate it and have it owned by the farmers.
He says that most of the Arabica coffee is located above 1,200 meters above sea level, and they are to continue 100% check for coffee before they buy. They are selling it to coffee roasters in the United Kingdom. COFEE A CUP has now over 5,000 registered farmers from the 5 districts, and it has a team of dedicated technical staff doing field work.